We have come to another portion of the Bible genealogy. In today's family tree, we will see many nations begin. It is important for tracing Jesus' lineage. I'm wondering where they came up with their baby names. I doubt they had a book, like we do, with baby names to try out during pregnancy. I wonder if some of these names were repeats from before the flood. We already saw how some of the names were so close to the spelling of another. I also noticed that both Seth and Cain had an Enoch. There are several nations named in the lines of these three brothers. I recognize more in Ham's line than anyone else's. That doesn't mean he had the majority, just that my geography skills are lacking. From Japheth's line, I recognize Gomer and Magog. I also recognize Tarshish and Kittim. From Ham's line, I recognize all of his sons, Cush, Egypt, Put, and Canaan. Nations from their descendants that I also recognize are Dedan and Sidon. The list of peoples following Hate I recognize, but I'm not sure if these were names of Canaan's sons or some of the nations that sprang out of them. The Jebusites, Amorite, and Hivites are peoples. Shem has the fewest nation names I recognize. Elam, Lud, Aram, and Uzi complete my list of known nations. Noah's three sons' genealogy, I noticed that they each ended with the phrase, "These are the sons of," by their clans, their languages, their lands, and their nations, or some derivative of this statement. Japheth doesn't get exactly the same wording, but the idea is the same. This means that these sons were born before the Tower of Babel incident, and their nations and languages were established afterwards. The beginning of Nimrod's kingdom was Babel. There are 2 generations listed after each of the sons of Noah. In the 3rd generation, the people were divided and dispersed. About Nimrod, he was the first on earth to be a mighty man. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Does this mean he was a mighty man for God, or just the first really strong man? He was certainly the one to increase his kingdom the fastest, or at least the one kingdom noted. Did he have to conquer his relatives to get this territory, or was it empty after the flood? Did they keep the pre-flood names, or were these new names given to the places by the new occupants? Each brother's clans spread out into a different region. I wonder why that is. Did they not mix well with each other? Were they trying to keep families together? Maybe they tried harder to understand each other after Babel when their bloodlines were closer. Don't know, but it makes for interesting questions to add to my list to ask Jesus when we finally meet face to face.